Welcome to the analysis page on the government's major projects. This is the summary page and it shows some of the more general statistics. Along the top we have a slicer for department so we can filter the data on as many departments as we want. Along the bottom we have another filter for the year and we can filter the data across the year in which it was recorded. The tiles here in the centre are self-explanatory but show details concerning whole life cost and schedule. Feel free to dig in and have a look. Some of the data recorded was only entered in a single year, and this is what we mean when we say a single data point. If you don't want to use these data points, then use the non-single data point filter here. On this page we have three different bar charts. We have on the left the number of projects by department, in the middle the whole life cost by department, and on the right the total duration by department in days. We also have the time slicer along the bottom so we can look at specific years if we want to. On this page we're looking at the average of the schedule variance in percentage against the average of the whole life cost variance in percentage. We have our slicer at the top so we can look at our specific departments, and if we select 2012 here you'll notice that all the nodes come back to the 0% mark. That's because 2012 is the first year of data that we have. If we press the play button here, you can see how all the departments evolve over time, and if you hover over a particular node it gives you the details of that department. Clicking on that department shows you the path that that particular department took, and re-clicking it gives you the rest of the data back. If you want to drill in, you click the drill in button here, and then you can drill in and look at all the projects within that department. If you want to drill back up, you click the drill up button here and it brings you back to the original data. If you want to look at all the projects under these departments, you click the double drill down button and it shows you all of the projects. Again, to drill up, you click the drill up button. On this page we'll be plotting the average of the schedule variance in percentage against the average of the whole life cost variance in percentage. We have our slicer at the top so we can look at our specific departments, and we have our year slicer at the bottom. You'll notice that all of the nodes in 2012 are sitting on the 0, 0 axis, and that's because 2012 was the first year of data. If we click 2013, you can see how all the projects here evolve over time. 2014, 2015. If we hover over a particular project, you can see all the details for it, and you'll notice that all the projects here are coloured with their associated RAG rating. The key for this RAG rating can be found here, and it's worth noting that the purple nodes have an exempt RAG rating. On this page we have two different pie charts. On the left we have the schedule variance as a percentage, and on the right we have the schedule variance but the actual figures this time. We also have a slicer at the top so we can look at specific departments, and we have a year slicer at the bottom so we can look at specific years. If you want to look at all the projects under a department, you click on that bit of the pie chart and it filters down to those particular projects. It's worth noting that the table down here also has the same filter applied to it. If you want to look at this table in a bigger version, you can click the focus button here and it gives you more detail. On this page we have two different pie charts. On the left we have the number of data points with an associated RAG rating, and on the right we have the number of data points where X is the maximum of either the schedule variance in percentage or the whole life cost variance in percentage. We have a year slicer along the bottom so we can select multiple years this time, and we have a RAG slicer along the right hand side so we can select multiple RAG ratings, and if we want to use single data points or not we can use this slicer here.